Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my Zimbabwe vlog in a pandemic, in a panoramic, and just me traveling wearing my two masks and my goggles. So we had to go for quite bad family reasons, but I'm just really grateful that we were able to go even though the circumstances, but tested negative 3 times in the time and was safe and happy, and I'm just really excited to share all of this with you all. So we just drove to the airport, and I live ages away, so we were literally there for like 10,000 hours, and we went through security, temperatures, hand sanitizer, like everything was on. Not gonna lie, it was very intense, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And the social distancing was there, the cleaners were everywhere, and I was like, you know what, this is good. They're actually trying their best. Hello, welcome to Heathrow. There's actually quite a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here, so that's not ideal, but yeah, I guess you gotta do what you got. Now we're gonna go on the flight from London to Ethiopia, and then from Ethiopia to Zimbabwe. So I had a whole day in the airport basically, just listening to my music, enjoying life. So we're going towards the plane now. Just travelled throughout the airport, the vibe, just thinking about how I'm leaving the cold weather. So first we're off to Ethiopia, and then we go to Zimbabwe from Ethiopia, and then when we come back we actually go through Zambia as well, so it's going to be a lot of different countries, but I'm a bit scared, but we move, These things go much slower than I thought, We're out of the day. eBay, charity shop, that's all. Last photo in England in case the plane crashed. Walking onto the plane now. So now the real adventure begins. We went in the flight, they gave us hand sanitizer, and all the seats were like socially distant, so there was loads and loads and loads of empty seats, and I was just enjoying the view. I literally watched so many films in this, and I just enjoyed the flight, to be honest. Like, I ate my food with my mask, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And then I just took some photos for the aesthetic. I really enjoyed looking out the window. Like, I was literally looking at, I said, like, we really live on this earth, like, It was my first flight with in-flight information, so seeing the flight path and seeing all the corresponding mountains and everything was so interesting, and I really loved looking out the window. And then I had some amazing food, honestly, like Ethiopian food was amazing in the flight. And then we arrived! Woo! So in the airport we had to give in our COVID test, we got tested again, and then we were allowed out, and it was just so amazing to be in Zimbabwe. There were so many forms that we had, giving all of the details of where we're staying, and then I still wore my mask. It's a bit awkward wearing a mask with people, but it has to be done. And then I was just enjoying the views and just seeing the nature. Like, this is my country, like, big up Zimbabwe. And literally it's just so amazing seeing all the trees and the rocks and the sky. Like, the sun is literally just different there. So we made the 75-mile journey from Harare to Murewa, to the village where my grandma lives and where my dad would be staying for the entirety of this trip. He ended up fixing the solar panel for the shower, changing the toilet seat, installing those disability handles so that's easier for her to get in and out of the bath. So my grandma was absolutely ecstatic to have us. The last time I went to Zimbabwe was 2008 when my grandfather died, so it's really been a long time, and everyone was like so shocked to see me older, so ambitious, and they're really happy for me. It was really gratifying for me to be in the land where my dad's grown up. Like, so many stories have been linked to this land, and like the animals and the cows, and literally seeing the buildings that my grandfather built. So we eventually got there and I slept, and then the next day... Good morning, it's 5 a.m. Of course I'm wearing the one clothes I didn't iron, but yeah, basically yesterday We drove for ages and ages and ages from the airport to my grand's house, and in Zimbabwe they have like a really intense welcome. So she was really upset. You know, it's been so many years since I've been there and since my dad's been there, so she was like crying and hugging, and literally was just like wearing a mask, and then she'd like be like, oh, take off the mask. It's like, no. But we had a negative COVID test, so actually I was wearing 2 masks and goggles for like 12 hours. It felt like 3 days, honestly. Yeah, yesterday was really good. I was trying to do a lot of Shauna learning, like I was trying to learn a lot of vocabulary and stuff, but once I'm actually in the situation where I have to say it in the correct formalities and be respectful and stuff, it's acceptable. So then I just end up fumbling it, and then someone just has to tell me what to say, which is correct. But I'm not sure if my grandma's impressed. She's saying that she wants us all to be buried in Zimbabwe and to come back to Zimbabwe when we're old. You know, she wants us to be a part of her land and stuff, which I think is really important, because as my dad was saying on the plane, there was probably like 50 Chinese people with hazmat suits on, and it's like these are the people that are going to be buying up the land and renovating it and stuff, and like how many years from now it will be all Chinese owned and stuff, which is good because it will have better quality services. But at the same time, it's like we should be the ones investing there as well. So hopefully in a few years, once I am qualified, we can do something. But yeah, she's actually like, oh, I should study medicine in Zimbabwe, like don't go to England, go to Zimbabwe. And I'm like, oh, grandma. So that was quite harrowing, but I can't do all of the things that she wants me to do. But it was so nice to see her, and she was actually like, when she was welcoming us, she's like, I'm so glad that you've come to see me before I died. And I was like, oh, it's actually so sad, but yeah, I guess that's the process of life. So I like to think of myself as a National Geographic photographer, honestly. So I was just really enjoying all the photos I was taking, like all the colours, like it felt like the world was in pastel, like the blues, the reds, the oranges, like the soil is just bright red, and it was just really like touching to see, like the minerals are different, like all the plants, the insects. I've never seen so many geckos and even snakes, so it was great to see the environment and just really be a part of nature. So thank you so much for watching this video, lots of them coming, and I'll see you in the next one.